Henne was picked. As you take a look at the bioblast on the Michigan quarterback, who is a great leader for them, you said, this is Parcells. This is in Parcells' wheelhouse, a guy like this.
Yeah, and you have to always remember who's making these picks, who are they going to fall under, whose philosophy, whose attitude. And this is a Bill Parcells guy because he's tough. He'll stand in the pocket. He can take shots, and he's very accurate down the field. Now, last year he was a little more inconsistent. He was banged up. Michigan didn't play all that well. But if you back up and you watch him the year prior to that, I thought he was terrific down the field. He has a big arm. He is strong. He'll stand there. It's the kind that Bill Parcells wants. And you're in the second round. And something that we won't talk a lot about right now, but needs to know that's important. When you take a quarterback in the second round, he doesn't work out, he doesn't hold your franchise hostage for 5 years. It's just, a mistake. You can move on, and it's not as
just
big.
like what they did with John Beck.
Yes, but you got now two
so
guys
now you
that
got
can
two
really
guys
compete.
with not a lot of pressure. I don't know how good that is for competition.
Well,
two guys with no pressure on them. Nobody cares about. I don't want the job.
About no pressure financially.
No pressure on the front office is what you mean.
You haven't put $50 million in there and go, you know what, we're stuck with the guy. Plain and simple. Listen, if neither one of these guys pan out, and next year there's a franchise guy there, you can go get him. I doubt that Bill Parcells would do that. That's not what he wants to do. But this is great competition with both these guys.
It might be time for Miami to make some sort of investment in some quarterback, though. They've had 20 quarterbacks there in the last 15 years.
Chad, we talked to Brian Brom about the weight. Did you anticipate going much earlier in this draft?
Well, you never know. I mean, the draft is definitely a difficult process, and you kind of expect the unexpected and hope for the best.
Now, Miami's also had quarterback issues, much like we talked about with Brian in Green Bay in the post-Brett Favre era. John Beck is there, but an opportunity, it would seem. What did they tell you initially about opportunities, or have you gotten that far yet?
I mean, definitely it would be a great opportunity to go down there and compete. John Beck, obviously, they drafted last year. So once I get down there, I'll get my feet wet and see what happens. I mean, I'll go down there with a great attitude and hopefully help the team out.
Michigan quarterbacks have had success in the league in recent years. What is it about the system at Michigan that you ran under Lloyd Carr that you think helps prepare you for the NFL?
Well, not only is it our system, I think it's definitely the way we're coached and how Michigan quarterbacks handle themselves. Our leadership is tremendous there, and we continue that in the next level. And I think just the ability to audible and just the film work that we do at Michigan is just a great step for the next level.
What expectation do you have for your first season in the pros?
Well, I think just the expectation is just going in there, compete as well as I can, and see what happens from there. All I can do right now is just go down there, learn the playbook as much as I can, and go out there and perform.
So you got Jake Long down there. You're headed to Miami now. Are you lobbying to get Mike Hart next?
We'll see. I mean, Jake's definitely a wonderful player, and if Mike comes along, it'll definitely be a great Michigan trio.